Scorpio, this is your Oracle reading for October 2021. Scorpio, October 2021. Vampire, emotional intelligence. Divination of the Ancients message for Scorpio, October of 2021. Smoke, prayers. Divine Circus message for Scorpio, October of 2021. Sacred Fool. Sacred Rebels message for Scorpio, October of 2021. Power of Attraction. Shamanic Medicine message for Scorpio, October of 2021. Crystals, Amplification. Mystical Shaman message for Scorpio, October of 2021. The Sun. Vampire, emotional intelligence, the deepest, the coldest, the craving of the blood, the hole never filled, the longing like a flood. Whilst there are almost uncountable examples of vampires in literature, movies, and games, somehow the archetype of the blood-hunting, night-stalking, and somewhat elegant creature keeps being reinvented to seduce yet another generation. Although the beautiful and somewhat desirable vampire form doesn't really begin to enter the public consciousness until the mid-1800s, the idea of a human feeding upon the very stuff of life is very much older. The Egyptians, Sumerians, Indians, and the Balkan people all have mythos containing vampire-like creatures. The vampire is an interesting figure because it is both horrifying and desirable. Having someone want us so much that they desire to be the closest or that closely linked with us does feel good until we realize there is nothing much left of us to give. Most of us have heard of the concept of emotional vampirism. The idea that people feed off our energy and our goodwill and take advantage of us through manipulation and their incessant neediness. Should the vampire card appear in your reading, it may indicate that you are being drained in this way, or you may be draining others in this way, and the time has come for stronger boundaries. We need to be very aware of what gives us energy in our lives and what takes us away. We should be aware of needing people to need us and why we invite people like this into our homes, workplaces, and lives, if indeed we have them around us. And especially through the TV, cable, social media, through your phones. Developing the emotional intelligence within ourselves helps us defend against the kind of emotional and psychic attack, enables us to foster healthy, equal relationships of all kinds. So don't have cable. Tell those social medias not interested in this ad, not interested in this, propaganda that doesn't respect the right to choose, you know, respect individuals, freedom of choice, my body, my choice. Smoke, prayers. Whether you have given your prayers up to God, the Goddess, Great Spirit, or to whomever aligns with your beliefs, be sure your prayers have been heard and are being answered. Still, you are required to have patience. You may seem as though you have been waiting an age to receive the results you have asked for, but you must allow everything to unfold naturally, like smoke rising from a fire pit. To bring it all about, things invisible to you must take place in the background. So even though you may be impatient to see results, have faith and trust that everything is in divine order. Positive anticipation is appropriate because you will receive what you are hoping for, or something even better. Incantation. I offer up prayers of mine to Great Spirit and to Love Divine. Directing my breath like smoke to thee for answers, I wait patiently. Prayers will help with this situation. What you have asked for will come about, and soon ask and it is given. Be patient. Daily prayers will enhance your connection with the divine. Keep a prayer list for those in need of help and healing. Originating in ancient Babylon, smoke has long been observed for signs. In ancient Greece, augurs watched to see if the smoke from sacrificial offerings rose directly to the heavens. If so, that was a good sign. But if smoke hung about a smoldered, that was construed as an omen of uncertainty. Today you can light an incense stick and observe the flow of the smoke. Sacred Fool. Imagine a life free from concern about the opinions of other people. A life where you feel brave enough, free enough, trusting enough to play the fool, to make a choice even if it seems illogical, unreasonable, daring, or downright foolish. Cast aside sensible opinions and poker faces. The Sacred Fool invites you to live unafraid, to take a risk and step away from the confines of what seems sensible and logical in life. There's much to be said for common sense, practicality, and a grounded approach, especially with spiritual matters and creating a life that fulfills your dreams. But if you're really going to live, love, thrive, and create this lifetime to be original, then you are also going to need to do or to be willing to run the risk of being seen to be the fool. Some people will call you stupid, naive, foolish, and delusional if you dare to dream and follow that dream in all the ways you can possibly imagine. If you refuse to give up, even if others tell you that if it hasn't happened by now, it's never going to happen, then they might say you are a child, silly, disconnected from their idea of the real world. Don't listen to those voices. They don't understand that the power of the fool is truth. In the court, the fool is the one the king would trust and ask for advice. The real advisor, not the phony advisor that corrupts the king. Why? Because he was allowed to speak the truth where others would try to make politically smart choices to win them power. The fool just called the spade the spade. When the fool in you speaks, it's to tell you something true. It might seem inconvenient, frightening, or exciting. It might turn your world upside down or inspire you with greater happiness and faith. It's not your job to reason it away or so that it's too difficult or dangerous or potentially diluted to act upon that truth. It's your job to remember that the game of life can only be won if you are willing to take that risk and play it. So when the Sacred Fool is part of you, listen up, take a chance, take a risk, and forget about what other people think. Instead, listen to yourself and live true. Alright, so this was the foundation or the bottom of the pyramid, the spiritual guides, the guiding forces, the supportive energies, those kinds of things. So we had the smoke. Who wants the smoke? Prayers, okay? The signs from lighting incense or doing smudging. Be careful that vampires or being a vampire. Trust in the Sacred Fool, for he doesn't care either way. He's just going to tell you how it is. No matter what you choose from what he tells you, he don't care. Choose what you want. He's still going to be true to who he knows or what he knows. So, Some people think the fool is the vampire and the vampire is the fool. They got it twisted backwards, upside down, left and right, confused, looking like idiots walking in the wrong directions, going towards the bottom of the ocean, waiting to be drowned instead of the opposite direction, where they're gonna have to wait to be cut out of the boat. There's a movie about that. Power of attraction. There's such wonder awaiting you. There are so many beautiful adventures and so much project yet to be done. So much magic, not project. So much magic yet to be. Can you keep your heart open to what is coming towards you without surrendering your experience of this moment by becoming too future oriented? You see, there is a magic in this moment too. There is something arising within you, out of the depths of your being. In this process, there is a shift in environmental, both internal and external. A fertility is being stimulated. This is your time to play with that fertility, to conceive, create, and embark upon the process of transformation with an open heart and mind. You may not know where it is all going to lead. All you need to know is that it will be wonderful and exactly perfectly at what is needed. Beyond that, allow the energy of fertile growth and abundance that now flows so naturally and richly within you and around you, simply to be. You are a big soul, and with that often comes big dreams, and you might worry that you want too much out of life. Perhaps you think that you are only capable of small dreams. If you have drawn the oracle a big bold vision as well, then this part of your message is highlighted for you. This oracle is guiding you to remember that there are stages of creation. A house cannot be built without the flooring. No matter how beautiful the stained glass windows you plan to install are, the walls need to be up. First, your big life dreams are at work in progress, just like you. If you have been working on healing something within you, start a new creative project, or just take it or just taking on a new job or relationship and feel that although you are getting some results, you are impatient for more, doubt that you can continue or ever find the zone or become proficient in the situation at hand, then this oracle comes as a reinforcement. You are doing well. That which is worthwhile takes time to build. Celebrate each success, even the small ones. You are creating something of worth. Be patient, keep going, and trust. This oracle comes with a special message. You have recently completed a cycle of level of manifestation and are transitioning into the next level of experience. Like a big fish leaving the small pond and feeling like a rather small fish in a bigger pond, there will be some getting used to it. Time needed as you find your way. This will add to what you have already done and bring valuable expansion to your realization of your abilities, as well as many new relationships and opportunities to help you go further on your journey. What you are in process of creating will benefit from this stage of your process. Whether your creation is simply your sacred life path, a particular creative work, or an actual child, there is a positive and constructive energy that is unfolding for you now to boost this process and carry you further along the way. Do you dare to dream and to believe in your dream until it manifests? Even if naysayers challenge you, of course you do, Sacred Rebel. This oracle brings you guidance. You're going to attract whatever is needed to complete your work in progress and bring it to fruition. Remain open to receive and trust in the unfolding of your life experiences. Do not turn away. All the necessary elements are coming together. Allow this integration to occur so that you can manifest your dreams. Crystals, amplification. You have a natural affinity and attraction to the shining world of crystals. These conscious allies are happy to assist with healing, connection, work, and protection. Crystals have the power to enhance, to strengthen, and to energize. This card is reminding you to connect with crystals on a regular basis. You do not have to go it alone, for crystals truly wish to partner with you. Whether you feel drawn to work with them on a professional healing basis or to use them purely for your own benefit, crystals have the power to assist. The shaman recognizes all of nature is alive and that all beings have spirit. Right now you would benefit from the life force that runs through the mineral kingdom. Work with the electrical charge naturally created and store in some crystals for deep physical, metaphysical, and emotional healing. The crystalline energy will magnify your healing abilities and enable a greater connection with spirit. You will become stronger and your skills will be amplified by working with these beautiful stones. Invite crystals into your everyday life by keeping this card or actual crystals on your person, in your environment, and in your meditations. Healing crystals and ancient stones have been honored and used by medicine people throughout time. The spirit of each crystal resonates with those using them. Some cultures believe the shaman held a special crystal within his or her body that aided in healing themselves and others. Crystals have been used since the magical times of the Atlanteans, Egyptians, and ancient Greeks for divination, protection, and healing. Working with crystals will enhance your spiritual connection. You have a natural understanding of the mineral kingdom. Study the use of and properties of crystals. Use crystals for journeying and healing work. Set crystal clear intentions to achieve your goals. To amplify, we should unite. Crystals help to shine your light. Upon your heart, rose quartz for love, were gifts from earth and the stars above. Alright, so the middle or the second tier of the pyramid is all about what you can do, what you can focus on, put your energy towards. If you can see here, there's a pyramid here with the crystals. And it's got smoke and prayers with crystal work. Those can go hand in hand for you in October. And it's trusting in the sacred fool and the message from the sacred fool. The real advisor, not the phony advisors that bureaucrats, you know what I'm saying? You know, Biden's a Scorpio, and he listens to bureaucrats, which are the vampires. He doesn't listen to the sacred fools. Sacred fools are the ones that, like I said, respect freedom, the right to choose. Okay? So, crystals, sacred fool, smoke, prayers. And then over here you have power of attractions. Okay, remember what power of attraction is? If you attract vampires, you're going to get a vampire, and the vampire is going to drain you and take away your dreams and give that energy to themselves and get their nightmares going or dreams or whatever instead of yours. So power of attraction, be careful what you're attracting. Smoke and prayers will help clear the energy so vampires can't enter. Smudging is a big deal. We use smudging whenever we feel energy is to a tipping point or there's too much negativity. We'll use smudging. If I sense some kind of maleficent beings or ghosts or spirits or whatever, we'll use smudging as well to cleanse the air, cleanse the environment, the physical environment. Vampires don't like the smudging. Sage, energy vampires, they don't like that stuff. They'll go away. You can also get an EMF haven, safe haven. It's a device that plugs into the wall and it connects to the ground wiring, and it makes it to where the energies are at a level where the vampires can't sustain. It like makes them weak. The energy vampires are the co-conspirators. You know what I'm saying? The deceivers that are just following orders and don't know what they're doing. Zombies, I call them. You know, energy zombies. They just want your brains. They're not going to actually change from your brains. You see what I'm saying? They're just going to be zombies still. The sun. The sun is acknowledged by many cultures as the foremost masculine force. In other traditions, it is seen as the feminine in her full power. Either way, it is the most brilliant light for all beings and allows life to sprout from the dark, feminine earth. It can be gentle and warm and close to sunrise or sunset, fall or winter, or it can be destructive, as in zenith during a scorching summer. Have you been hibernating? Have you been introspective? It is time to come out of your cave and savor the life-giving light of our star. The sun rekindles your passion and your creative energy. Life is calling you to shine your light and to add your lightness and humor to the seriousness around you. Get out and play. Have you been shining your light for too long? Remember that daylight is only one half of the day. The night must have her equal time, and she offers us her gifts as well. Be careful not to be blinded by your light or the light of others. Do not become enamored with yourself or worship others. Beware of your shadow. Reveal in your midday glory. But do not be afraid of the waning of the light at dusk. All right, so this is the message from above, so below kind of thing. This is heaven, God, source, creator, the force, whatever you want to believe in up here, sending a message down that correlates with what you can focus on, what you can do. And remember, it referenced the sun and the day and the night. During the day, you have a shadow. During the night, you still have light. You see what I'm saying? Um, there's always a balance. Okay, you can't just be pure evil and you can't just be pure good because there's a place for those. Okay, the pure evil that you go down to the lower dimensions, the negative zero, negative ones, negative two dimensions. If you want the light, heaven, pure bliss stuff, you go up to the dimensions. But in this 3D realm, it's a balance between the two. And if you're all like, "Oh, higher self," that's like using drugs and escaping reality. Okay. Same with the dark, right? That's escaping reality because you're lazy and you want it easy. You don't want to do the work. Okay. It's easier to manipulate and control or be a con artist than it is to actually put in the work and take advantage of others and their work. Okay, that's not right. So you got to balance between putting in the work and protecting that. The shadow loves to protect the higher self. Once you realize that there's two sides of yourself, you can communicate with them by talking in the mirror and being aware of how they respond to your communication. Okay? And it's Pluto, in a sense, can be the moonlight bouncing off the mirror or the waters. Okay, and you see a reflection of yourself, and it's not exactly as it would be in the light. Okay, that's seeing the shadow, the true shadow self. That's also psychology, Carl Jung. There's a lot of that. There's science behind that. Quantum physics. You think I'm just full of shit and talking out of my ass and this is pseudoscience? Well, there's real science that backs this up. Okay. So yeah, you have the two pyramids here, and then this one up here makes it one big pyramid. Okay. But you also have a diamond here. If you take these two, you have a diamond. As above, so below. Smudging, remember what I said about the smoke going up? We're sitting in one place. Crystals, they help with the energy. Power of attraction. What are you attracting in your life? Are you attracting the sacred fool that's telling you the real truth? Or are you attracting the vampire that's manipulating you? Con artist lies. Not getting you to look at yourself. Blame others. Be afraid of others and how they're going to get you sick. Which is not the truth. The sacred fool's like, don't worry about it. Even if everyone had the shot, you're still going to get COVID. It's not going to stop it. Remember? The science says that even if you have the shot, you still can get COVID. You think it's mysteriously just going to go away if we all get the vaccine? Nope. It's not going to happen. So, see through the lies, read between the lines, know the truth, look into the history, follow the money of those who are telling you things. Are they being transparent when they're talking to you, correlating their truth? Or are they telling you whatever they can to get you to follow the path they want you to follow? Which is draining you and taking it away from you, or it's either a sacred fool being like, hey, whatever you choose is whatever you choose, but this is what the truth is. That's how you know who's a vampire. The vampire is going to tell you, no, this is how it's done. This is the way. I'm telling you, I know. Sacred fool's like, you do what you want. You choose what you want, but the truth set me free. Maybe it won't play out exactly for you like it did for me, but I'm going to tell you, each individual has their own energy and stuff like that and respects the individual. The vampire doesn't give a fuck. The vampire is going to be like, no, we all have to do this. We all have to do this. No respect for the individual or the freedoms and rights of the individual. Okay? There you go. See how you want to see it. Fine, whatever. I don't care. Your life, not mine. Thank you, Scorpio, for watching your oracle reading for October, and I'll see you next month.